Studio 2015 is just around the corner, and it's about time to upgrade the plugins to work with this new Studio version. In order to do that, there are a couple of steps you need to follow, and you can find more details go into the community website, and then from the developers tab you select language developers, and the first thing you will find here is the link to the detailed article, which is telling you exactly what you need to do. This is general information, and in this video I would like to also cover what you need to do exactly in Microsoft Visual Studio to upgrade your plugin, because there are a few steps here too. First of all, we need to change the Microsoft.NET Framework version, which can be done from going right click on the project, properties, and from the target framework area here we have the .NET Framework 4, which is the current version, which is used by Studio 2014, and we need to change that to .NET Framework 4.5.2, which is used by Studio 2015. You might get a warning message, but you shouldn't be worried, you should just click yes. After this step you might find some errors, and in my case I received this message because I have two libraries from NuGet which I use in this Studio plugin. I need to update them to use the appropriate version with this new .NET Framework. So what I have to do is go to the Package Manager console, which is the command line for NuGet packages, and I have to update package. This is a special command, and reinstall, and then I need to specify the name of my plugin, of my library, sorry. So I need to go to the references and go to manage NuGet packages, and I can find out here my two libraries that I use, and I need to take the IDs from here. So I take this first ID and enter it here, soft.json. This is pretty fast. If you have a good internet connectivity, it shouldn't take too much. So now I have my first one, my first library updated, and I need to update the second one, which I can do again, manage NuGet. I don't remember the exact ID, so I need to look here. So because I need to enter exactly that name. Okay, so now I have my two NuGet libraries which are working with my plugin with the appropriate .NET Framework target version. The next step would be to update the Studio API assemblies from Studio 2014 to Studio 2015. If I am looking to the properties of this assembly, I can see perfectly that it's pointing to Studio 2014 location, and I need to change that location to point to Studio 2015. There are two ways to do it. You can remove the libraries from here and then go add reference from here and browse on your machine after each assembly. But I think this is taking too long, so I want to show you a different approach. So you should go to the project and right click and go unload project, and then right click again and edit, and you can now see the raw version of the plugin, which is an XML file. You can edit. This is what is Studio doing behind the scenes actually. So there are a few things we need to change here. First of all, it's the output location. I already said this for some test for the debug version of my application, but for the release version I didn't change, so I need to update that to this new plugin location. Then I'm going to look at the API assemblies, which are clearly pointing to the Studio 2014. If you have a different location and program files, this might be looking different in your CS file, but you should just change to the new location. In my case, it's just a matter of changing Studio 3 to Studio 4, which is where my Studio 2015 location. Okay, I have to change for a few files. Okay, I guess that this is it. Now there is one more thing I need to change, and I need to point to the new build targets for Studio 2015, since this is the place where my plugin package is actually created. So I close this file, right click again on the project, reload. And at this point I have all the references correctly pointing to the Studio 2015 API. I have the new .NET Framework version that I have to point to, so I'm good to go and run a build.